Hi, James.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Gina, Noah, how you doing?
Really well, thanks. How are you?
Good. Thank you for taking the time today. I appreciate it. Gina, it's kind of been a while for you guys, and sometimes in shows like this, when you see shows come back after a little bit of time, you know the gang just gets back together, and it's just kind of business as usual. But we even saw in the trailer there's a little hesitation on Sophie's part. She says she's retired in the trailer, but without spoiling anything, could there maybe be a little bit more to it than that?
Well, I think the show definitely starts with her at a point where she's not expecting any of this to kick off. And it's one of the things I love about the opening episode is that everything happens quite accidentally in a kind of chaotic sort of mess. You know, the team are taking her out. They want to have an adventure. They're going to pull off a theft just for an adrenaline rush. And then they accidentally stumble upon this evil billionaire that needs taking down, and then meet Mr. Wilson over there who basically needs a home. He needs a home for his like journey of redemption. And I think that Sophie's she recognizes in Harry that he's on a journey, and I think she sort of identifies with him, and that she sees herself on a similar trajectory. So it all just happens quite seamlessly from then on.
And Noah, for you, you're actually, it's not just your character that's coming into an established situation, it's you as well. With this cast has been together forever. I know you worked with Christian before in the past on another series, but what's it like kind of being the new face on such an established show, and especially with the cast that's been together for so long?
Uh, it's intimidating, it's first day of school and you want to be liked, and they're all the cool kids, and you want to figure out how best to sort of fit in, and you don't want to seem like you're trying too hard or that you're trying to upstage anybody. You want everybody to like you and trust you and believe that you're there just to help everybody be better. And that takes a little getting used to, but this was a more familial group than most. And because Dean Devlin is such a loyal guy, he keeps the same people in his employ forever. So it's a little bit like walking in and knowing half the people and getting to meet the other half of the people. That everybody was great, really great.
So it kind of got me wondering though, like if you had come in from the very beginning, and Gene, I'll ask both of you this, but I'm kind of curious. Do you think Harry would have fit in with the original team as well when you guys kind of first started? If you guys had stumbled upon Harry right away, do you think that would have worked out?
Well, how many alpha males can
Well, that's why I'm asking.
I mean, I think that it's really pertinent for our times now, and this isn't going to be a satisfying answer for you because I know you want some kind of like, sort of sensational answer. But I'm really interested in the kind of legal stuff that Harry Wilson's character brings to the table, because I think it very much reflects like where we're living right now. I've said this before, people were just signing away stuff all the time and ticking boxes and giving up our data and giving up our privacy. And I think that, were these issues 12 years ago as prevalent as they are now? Probably not. I think his role, I'm not sure that Nate could have handled such another alpha man around Sophie in the past. But I think that Harry's role as a kind of legal expert is very pertinent to what's happening in the world right now.
I sort of think that in a lot of ways, the last show was about vengeance and revenge and avenging angels doing the Lord's work. But it came from a place of real pain and a sense of wanting to get back what was taken from you. And Harry's motivated by justice, which is slightly different than vengeance. It's about trying to make everybody feel equitable about the situation in the end, and having as much of the wound healed as possible in whatever way that gets defined, right? And it just, I think that would be the biggest difference, I'd say, between those two men and these two versions of this same show.
And
Yeah,
you
I
guys
would
will
agree with
go
that.
ahead, Gina.
I would agree with that. I do feel that I mean, I love the fact that when you're in the moment and you're filming, you're not seeing the bigger picture as much as you are on reflection when you've wrapped. But I think that that's very true. I think. Oh, did we lose him?
Nope, you got me. Just my camera bugged out.
Oh, I think that, yeah, exactly that. The last season was much more about kind of punishing and you know, vengeance, like Noah said. And this is more, it's more sort of hopeful. It's more about addressing the balance, giving people a little hope, giving people some power back. And I think that's a nice kind of segue.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining me this week. I appreciate it.
Tyler, pleasure. Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.
You too, James.
Bye.